If you want a mature woman to fall for you, it's not about what you say, it's about how you make her feel through touch. A single wrong move can make her pull away forever. One right touch can ignite emotions she's kept hidden for years. Here's the first truth most men never understand. Mature women have lived, loved, and been hurt. Their skin carries memory. Their body reacts not just to words, but to energy, presence, and subtle cues of safety and power. Touch is a language, and if you speak it correctly, you can bypass her walls in ways no conversation ever could. The first touch that changes everything isn't bold. It's careful. It's the hand that brushes hers lightly as you laugh at something, not overthinking it, not lingering too long. Just that momentary contact that sparks her nervous system. Your hand grazing hers sends a signal that says, without words, I see you. I notice you. You matter to me in a way no one else does. That brief pulse is enough to awaken feelings she may have buried under caution or skepticism, but it's not just about touching, it's about how you touch. There's a difference between frantic, needy contact and deliberate, calm contact. Mature women feel intention. If your hand lingers with a subtle firmness, she reads it as confidence. If it's light, playful, or teasing, she reads it as fun and intrigue. You're not chasing her approval, you're inviting her into your energy. That invitation is irresistible. Timing matters too. Don't rush the touch. Don't force moments. Let them happen naturally. If you're walking together and you guide her gently with your hand at her back, she feels protection, not dominance. Protection is attractive because it communicates security without pressure. Security is the foundation for desire. Without it, no touch will matter. Your posture, your gaze, your breathing, all of it amplifies the effect. If you lean slightly closer when you touch, your presence becomes more magnetic. If your energy is calm and grounded, your touch carries weight without effort. And here's what most men never grasp. The slightest hesitation or nervousness is felt instantly. She may not consciously notice it, but her body does. And bodies don't lie. There's a subtle rhythm to these touches. They should feel like a dance, not a checklist. Hand on her arm as you make a point, a soft brush on the shoulder while sharing a laugh, a guiding hand on the small of her back when navigating a crowd, or a gentle touch at the hand as you say goodbye. Each one communicates different layers of desire, protection, connection, and intimacy. These touches, repeated and timed correctly, create emotional residue. Even when she's alone, she'll feel them. Her subconscious will remember your energy before she consciously does. That is the psychological hook. Remember, mature women aren't easily swayed by looks or charm alone. They crave depth, confidence, and authenticity. Your touch, when intentional, communicates all three. It's the silent language of attraction that bypasses doubt, bypasses fear, and makes her heart respond before her mind catches up. If you mismanage this, she'll sense manipulation and pull away. But if you master it, she'll start thinking about you in ways she didn't think possible. She'll notice you in every crowded room, replay your interactions, and wonder why her chest tightens every time she remembers that fleeting contact. This is the power of touch. It's more than physical, it's emotional, psychological, and deeply intimate. The right touch can create desire in minutes, but only if you understand subtlety, timing, and intention. Every mature woman carries armor from past experiences. Your job isn't to break it forcefully, it's to gently guide her to feel safe enough to lower it one touch at a time. The second touch that shifts everything is the lingering, deliberate shoulder or upper arm touch. It seems simple, almost casual, but it carries power most men underestimate. Mature women notice these details because their intuition is finely tuned. When you place your hand lightly on her shoulder while laughing, leaning slightly into her space, it's a subtle claim of connection without pressure. It communicates presence, security, and quiet confidence all at once. Here's the psychology behind it. Mature women have spent years decoding gestures and intentions. They can tell when a man touches out of need versus when he touches from grounded assurance. If your touch is deliberate, slow, and natural, it signals that you're comfortable with yourself, and by extension, comfortable being close to her. That comfort triggers her nervous system in ways words never can. Timing is crucial. Don't initiate the touch during awkward or rushed moments. Let it happen in flow, while sharing a laugh, during a conversation about something meaningful, or when she's expressing a story that engages her emotionally. The right moment turns your touch from casual to magnetic. The wrong moment makes it intrusive. A mature woman's body and mind will tell you instantly which is which. Pay attention. This touch isn't about asserting dominance, it's about emotional anchoring. Your presence paired with your hand lightly resting or moving on her upper arm gives her a sense of security. She begins to subconsciously lean into that safety, and attraction takes root faster than she can rationalize. She starts noticing little things, the way your hand rests confidently, the slight pressure that communicates steadiness, the energy you exude without saying a word. Another key element is rhythm. Don't rush away, hold for just a beat longer than natural, enough for her subconscious to register your intention. This is where desire begins to spark. The slight delay communicates confidence. It's not about need, it's about awareness. She senses that your world does not depend on her reaction, and that sense of emotional independence makes you irresistible. Combine this with subtle eye contact. When your shoulder touch aligns with a brief, confident gaze, her body reacts. Heart rate elevates subtly, pupils dilate, and her focus intensifies. Mature women are more conscious of these micro-experiences. You are essentially creating an emotional imprint, and her mind will replay it long after the encounter. It's also crucial to mirror her energy. If she's calm and collected, your touch should be smooth and relaxed. If she's playful, your touch can have a teasing undertone. Mirroring creates comfort while maintaining the tension that fuels desire. She'll feel understood, yet intrigued, because your touch communicates attention without attachment. Avoid over-explaining or apologizing for your contact. Saying, "Oops, sorry," immediately deflates the magnetic energy. Instead, let your touch feel natural. Mature women respond to authenticity more than any line or scripted move. Confidence in your physical presence communicates more than words ever will. Finally, pay attention to transitions. When moving away from the touch, do it smoothly. A sudden withdrawal breaks the emotional continuity. A gentle, fluid release keeps her wanting more. The lingering memory of the connection, just enough to create anticipation, is what starts the deeper emotional pull. Remember, this touch works because it's not just physical. It's a statement. You are grounded, aware, and comfortable in your own presence. It conveys security, masculinity, and subtle dominance without aggression. Combined with your energy, your voice, and your attention, this single gesture can make her heart respond in ways she didn't expect. When mastered, the shoulder and upper arm touch isn't just about attraction, it's about imprinting yourself as someone she subconsciously associates with excitement, safety, and emotional intensity. That imprint makes her start thinking about you when you're not around, wondering why she feels drawn to you without knowing exactly why. This is the second layer of touch that escalates attraction. It's subtle, strategic, and profoundly effective when delivered with awareness, timing, and intention. The third touch that transforms attraction is the hand-to-hand connection with intentional warmth, not the casual handshake or accidental brush. This is a touch that communicates connection, safety, and subtle intimacy all at once. When done correctly, it bypasses her conscious mind and speaks directly to her nervous system, creating a pull she can't rationalize. Mature women have learned to read energy, tone, and intent. They notice when a man's hand lingers slightly, when pressure is balanced, neither weak nor forceful. This touch says, without words, I am present with you. I see you. I value you. That combination of recognition and emotional steadiness is magnetic because it's rare. Most men never learn how to convey this without awkwardness or desperation. Timing and context are everything. A hand-to-hand touch works best in moments of connection, when you're sharing a laugh, making a point in conversation, or even walking side by side. When you reach for her hand lightly, let your fingers naturally touch hers, just enough for her to feel the warmth of your presence. Do not squeeze or pull. Let the contact be natural, intentional, and confident. The slight physical closeness paired with your calm energy signals safety, which triggers attraction. Here's a psychological truth most men overlook. Mature women are drawn to men who make them feel alive in subtle, unexpected ways. A fleeting brush of hands may seem insignificant, but when layered with your grounded presence, it triggers a dopamine response, pleasure, intrigue, and a growing desire to seek more of your energy. This is not manipulation, it is understanding how human connection works. Do not overthink it. Let the touch last just a beat longer than natural. Too brief and it feels casual. Too long and it becomes uncomfortable. The goal is emotional resonance, not dominance or control. Your awareness of her comfort and your self-assured presence are what make this effective. She will sense that this is not about your need, but about the connection you choose to create. Combine this touch with subtle verbal cues. A soft comment, "It feels nice walking with you like this," paired with your hand lightly resting against hers, amplifies emotional intimacy. Mature women respond strongly to authenticity. The hand touch becomes a bridge connecting physical presence with emotional depth. It awakens desire because it creates a shared space where she feels seen, safe, and intrigued simultaneously. Body language around this touch is crucial. Keep your posture relaxed, shoulders back, and tone grounded. If your energy wavers, she will feel hesitation and pull away. Mature women are instinctively sensitive to imbalance. Your confidence communicates emotional stability, and stability is the backbone of attraction. The warmth of your touch combined with emotional steadiness builds an invisible tension that pulls her in. Mirroring her reactions subtly enhances impact. If she moves closer, allow a gentle guiding pressure. If she leans back, maintain calm composure and space. This dynamic creates curiosity and desire because she experiences a man who is responsive but not reactive, someone emotionally mature like herself, yet distinctly masculine. The brilliance of the hand touch is in its layered simplicity. It communicates protection, attention, and intimacy simultaneously. She may not consciously recognize it, but her body responds. Her heart rate increases slightly, her mind starts replaying the moment, and her subconscious begins associating you with warmth, presence, and subtle power. This touch also primes her for deeper emotional connection. Once she experiences your grounded energy through such micro gestures, she begins seeking your presence even when you're not around. Desire begins to grow naturally, anchored in your subtle confidence, not words or manipulation. Mastering this touch takes awareness and patience. It's not about rushing into intensity, it's about layering connection and emotional resonance. Each touch builds upon the last, brushing hands, shoulder contact, and finally intentional hand-to-hand warmth. Together they create a rhythm that a mature woman feels deeply, long before she can articulate it. The hand-to-hand touch is more than physical contact. It is an emotional signal. It tells her she matters, that she is safe, and that she is seen in a way few men can convey. When paired with calm, grounded presence, it awakens deep attraction and lays the foundation for emotional intimacy that feels effortless but is profoundly magnetic. The fourth touch is the one that turns intrigue into deep emotional attachment, the subtle guiding or back-of-the-hand touch. This isn't a dramatic grab or a flashy gesture. It's quiet, deliberate, and profoundly intimate. It communicates confidence, safety, and emotional authority without words, creating a magnetic pull that a mature woman feels in her body before her mind catches up. Here's the truth most men miss. Mature women are not impressed by boldness alone. They're drawn to emotional intelligence paired with controlled, intentional energy. When you lightly guide her with the back of your hand, whether helping her through a doorway, adjusting her jacket, or leading her through a crowd, it sends a subconscious signal: I'm aware, attentive, and present with you. That gesture triggers a sense of trust, respect, and subtle excitement simultaneously. The magic lies in timing and subtlety. If you overdo it, it feels like control. If you underdo it, she barely notices. But when executed with precision, her nervous system responds. She feels a pulse of awareness, her body subconsciously leaning into the moment, and an emotional resonance begins to form. This is how desire becomes intertwined with emotional safety. The two are inseparable. Your energy during this touch matters more than the touch itself. A grounded, calm presence amplifies attraction. A tense, hesitant energy undermines it. The mature woman instantly senses whether you're acting out of need or choice. Acting from need creates pressure. Acting from choice, deliberate, calm, confident, creates magnetic tension. That tension is irresistible. Pair this touch with subtle eye contact and a warm smile. The combination of physical guidance, visual acknowledgement, and genuine energy creates an imprint in her mind. She begins to associate you not only with comfort, but with excitement, awareness, and understated masculinity. That's the emotional cocktail that makes a mature woman start thinking about you constantly. Micro adjustments matter. If she steps slightly ahead, Gently align your hand to guide without forcing. If she hesitates, maintain relaxed composure. Your touch should flow naturally, almost like a dance. The subtlety teaches her brain that this interaction is safe, but stimulating. That paradox, security paired with tension, is the engine of attraction. Do not confuse this with physical pressure or dominance. The guiding touch works because it's respectful, intentional, and aware. You're signaling care and attentiveness, not ownership or urgency. That's why mature women respond so strongly. They've experienced attention without respect, but this is attention with balance. It feels rare, valuable, and irresistible. The psychological impact is profound. Each subtle guiding touch builds emotional imprinting. Your presence becomes layered with physical memory, emotional association, and subconscious recognition. Even brief interactions leave a lasting impression. She may find herself thinking about you hours or days later, remembering the way your touch felt, how it made her body respond, and the calm confidence it communicated. When combined with the first 3 touches, light hand brushes, deliberate shoulder contact, and hand-to-hand warmth, the guiding touch becomes the culmination of attraction. It signals that you are emotionally mature, grounded, and capable of creating both comfort and subtle excitement. That polarity is what transforms casual interest into deep emotional pull. Finally, the guiding touch creates momentum for deeper connection. It opens the door to emotional vulnerability without forcing it. She begins to feel safe, revealing more of herself, knowing that your energy can handle her complexity. That emotional depth, triggered by a simple, intentional touch, makes her feel drawn to you in a way that feels natural, effortless, and inevitable. At this point, the attraction you've cultivated isn't just about charm or looks, it's about energy, presence, and subtle physical communication. Each touch, each pause, each micro movement compounds. She begins to associate you with emotional resonance, safety, excitement, and grounded masculinity. That is the formula for making a mature woman fall deeply, even madly in love. Now here's a personal exercise for you. Desire =, intentional touch plus emotional presence plus respect. Which of these 3 have you been underutilizing in your interactions? Answer in the comments. If this shifted your perspective, like the video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to understand these truths. Because sometimes a single touch can say more than 1,000 words.